Hi, today's video is all about where I won this book, and I also want a second book, so I'm currently waiting on it. I guess it just shipped, so hopefully I'll be getting it soon. But they're called bookishfirst.com, and so how it works is you have to be 18 and older to do it. You have to be have a U.S. address for the prizes and the free books. You have to have a U.S. address. They said your P.O. boxes may not be considered, so you have to have an actual address. If you're outside the U.S., you're welcome to browse the books and read their excerpts. So how it works is you sign up. You give them all your information, your name, your address, your email, and after you do that, you get points for signing up. I think you sign up, get points for signing up, and then you get points for every time you do a review on there of the books that they have. You get points for sharing and things like that to be able to get a free book. And so what they do is they have what they call raffles, because it's a first look at new books before they're published. And like I said, it's a raffle for a book, or they do a book or several books for raffles. And you can enter the raffles, all the raffles that are on there that you are interested in. So what you do is you click on the book, you read the excerpt, they call it a first look, and you write a short blurb based on what you thought of the book, or a first impression. The first impression that you write about the book has to be about the book. If you do not keep it in the telling of the book, you will not be in the raffle and you won't get the points. They'll take it back. So it has to stay along the lines of the book. And so when you click on it, you have a title. So after you read your excerpt, you click on there to enter the raffle. And so it says the title of what your first impression is. So it can be, I like this book, pass, however you feel about it. And then the first impression is I forget how many characters it is, but they'll let you know on there if it's too short. And so you write your first impression, and like I said, it has to stay in the lines of the book, because if you don't keep it in what you read in that excerpt, it may not be considered. You probably won't be in the raffle, and your points will be taken away. And then you go down and have a picture of the book cover, and so it asks you, do you like this book cover? Yes or no. You click on which one your opinion is, and then you go, the next one is, would you purchase this book? Yes or no. You click on which one is your preference, and then you enter. And so then your profile, after you sign up and give all the information, because you already given all your information, you don't need to do anything, so you just enter. And so your profile has all your points. It tells you all the first impressions you've done, all the books you've shared from there, all the books you've shared when you won, and all the books that you won. Like mine, it says I have 1,300 points. I have 700 more to get to 2,000. 2,000 points is the points that you need to get a free book. And so it tells me how many first impressions I've done. I've done 7. I've reviewed 1. I currently have 1 book that I'm, like I said, waiting on. So it still says I have 1 book to review. Well, technically I guess read. And it currently says I have 1 first impression right now, which makes mine 7. I have not figured out the sharing yet. I'm still kind of new at that stuff. And so I don't have anything on that. But once you get to 2,000 points, you can get a free book without having to do any raffles, without having to do any first impressions. And so how that works is, when they do the raffles, if there's a book in the raffle or raffles, depending on how many they have, and you see one you like, you can click on it and you can get the free book redeeming with your points. They will let you know when you hit the 2,000. If you do not see any books that you want with your 2,000 points, you just keep them and carry it over to finding one later on in a different raffle. And they did say that it's like, I think if you win if you redeem your points, you can't do any of the raffles because they want to keep it like fair, and they will tell you how many books are like left. If it goes gray, it means there's no more books to be given out, or I guess in the raffle too. And they said that way they can keep everything fair to everybody trying to win, and of course everybody wants a free book. And so if you, like I said, if you don't see one you want, you just keep it until you see one that you'd like to have. They also said, what else did they say? They also did say on there that publishers are having a hard time with like shipping, so there are some shipping delays on books, or the estimated shipping delay, dates. Like the second book I won, it just went out on the 27th is what it said, estimated delivery date. So I should be expecting that soon, hopefully. They do have a frequently asked questions, so a lot of this stuff is in there. I mean, there are some stuff that I wrote down to, I'd be here all day trying to get it all written down and out there, so. But I thought that was nice. They put the shipping delays and, estimated shipping things so that people knew, so nobody worried about where their book was. They can't guarantee the condition of your book, but they can get you another copy if your book can't be read. It has to be a book you cannot read because of the damage. Winners will be notified by email after they're drawing the winners each Tuesday. Let's see. Like I said, they have the share button. So, of course, when you fill out your information, that's something else. You also give them your, they also ask you what sites and stuff you're on. So that, I'm not quite sure why they ask you that question, but they do. And so you click on there. They do have on there, when the share button happens, they do have like the ones that most people share on, like Amazon, Goodreads. I forget who the other one was. And so you kind of put down which one. They do have the link or whatever. Like I said, I'm kind of messed up on mine, so I have to kind of wait to figure that out later. Let's see if there's anything else I left out. Let's see. Can't win any of the current raffles. If you claim a book, you will not be able to. Let's see. There's a cap on the free books to be fair to everyone, like I said. I like the 2,000 points. Like I said, the profile page of yours lets you know all the things that you need to know about your points and stuff like that. I think that is all I can think of at this moment on the bookishfirst.com. I have no complaints at this moment about the website because, like I said, I got my book, and I'm currently, like I said, waiting for my other one. So I don't have any complaints or anything about the website. I signed up, I think a month or two ago when I accidentally found them. And so I thought that was kind of neat that they have first look at new books before they're published, and that you get to share and compare opinions on the books to the fellow readers. You get free books, like I said. You get, points to redeem for books, so I thought that was neat. You can also, when you're on there, you can also see the books that people have already reviewed and did first impressions for. And I think you can, they have, something about print copies or something on there, so you might be able to look at that too. Also, when you win your book, something else I thought of before I end this. When you get your book, they will send you your email telling you about your review thing. They tell you do not change your first impression, because if you do, it will mess everything up for you. So when you do your first impression, leave your first impression, and then you're going to do a review later. So don't touch your first impression so it doesn't mess anything up, and then you just do your review later. And so that's what, like I said, what I had done. I gave it 4 stars, this book, and I'd already done a video on the review. And so you just, like I said, don't mess with your first impression. So I think I remembered everything. Like I said, they do have a frequently asked questions section and all that kind of stuff, telling you about the website and how it all works. So if there's anything I've forgotten, because they do have like referring friends and things like that on there. And so they also, like I said, about they estimated shipping the stuff. They do have a section on there that says shipping. I think it's like shipping issues or shipping or something. And it tells you click on it and it tells you all about the books that they've updated on there and when they're supposed to come out. And so I finally checked it, because when I read that, I decided I better check to see when mine's supposed to come in. And so I found out it just got shipped. So they also, something else I thought of before, is that you have, I think it's 2 weeks to read and review your book. I think it's 2 weeks, according to my email. I believe it was 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. But I think it's 2 that you have to review it, read it and review it. If you do not get your book, and before that, you let them know, and I guess you get longer for before you have to review it, because that was what I was kind of afraid of when I was waiting for this one, was that it wasn't going to come in beforehand, and then this current one. So I'm like, hopefully I'm sure they realized that when they updated that some people's books may not be coming in right away. And so when I saw that, I was kind of like a little nervous that I wouldn't be able to get my book in time and read it, but I did. And so you just, like I said, you do your first impressions, you do your reviews, you do all the stuff, and you get your points. And I think that is all for now. So thank you for watching. Like I said, it's bookishfirst.com. Thank you for watching.